is back, and I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for this season to get underway. It feels like just yesterday that the game was finishing, as we obviously wrapped up on Football Journeys. We wrapped up this season with the playoff semi-finals that Solihull's won. Sadly, they couldn't get it over the line in the final, so well done to Grimsby. If you haven't already, go check out that video on my YouTube channel. If you're watching me on Twitch, hello, welcome, head over to the YouTube channel. It's where most of my things go. Very rarely on Twitch. But yeah, so here we are. I just wanted to do some sort of filler sort of content for you guys, you know, guys that are new to the channel and that are watching me and checking it out. I want to try and fill in a couple of the gaps in the weeks, because I can't get to football matches every week as much as I'd love to. I just can't because of work. The next live game will be the Blues versus Huddersfield. So if you don't know, I am the Salmon and I am a Birmingham City supporter, though I have got a love and a following for Borussia Dortmund too, and Solihull Moors are a football team that is right on my doorstep. Now literally 20 minutes up the road, slightly closer than St Andrews, so that's why I try and get to them games as well. Plans for this year, so before we jump into the EFL talk, plans this year for the channel, I'm going to do as many games as I can, financially and time-wise. If you want to support the channel in any way, I will try and link the Patreon account down in the description if you want to. Obviously, there's no pressure to do absolutely nothing. I'll probably do a couple more FM videos as well over on YouTube in the next couple of months. Got a couple of ideas, so you know, a bit of football content will be coming. But today we're going to be talking about the EFL as it kicks off tonight. This is going out just before the Huddersfield game. Huddersfield playing tonight, so this is going out just before there. And I just wanted a quick glance at the league table. So these are the teams. I'm using the BBC website. These are the teams that are taking part in the Championship this season, and there's my team. We are currently top of the table. Will we stay there? Probably not. I'd like to say we would, you know, HMS miss the league and all that, but I don't see it happening. Birmingham City are not going to finish anywhere in these top 6 spots, unfortunately. We've had an absolute nightmare last couple of years, to be fair. So I'm going to predict, and I'm going to go on record now and say Birmingham are going to finish 20th or 21st. That's my prediction. I am very, very, very pessimistic, and I think we will go down. But the optimist in me is going to say 20th or 21st. We're going to narrowly scrape relegation again. At the time of this recording, there is a takeover potentially going on. A couple of snags apparently have been hit with it, as was reported yesterday, which was the 28th of July. So we'll see what's happening. So what are the teams I think are going to do well this year? Well, naturally, you've got the teams that have come down. You've got Burnley, you've got Watford, and you've got Norwich. They're going to be your favourites to go back up. I don't think Watford will. And I know that's a very strong prediction there. Watford will not go up this year. As much as I'm probably going to get some hate for that, Watford will not go up this year. Burnley, playoffs. Burnley will get the playoffs this year. I think Norwich are going to win the league. Norwich will win the league. They'll go up top of the table. So first, for the prediction, so I'm gonna name you my top 6 now. So first, I'm gonna go Norwich. Second, I'm gonna go Sheffield United. I think they're gonna be strong this year. Probably start on the right foot this year. But I'm gonna go Sheffield United second. Third place, Stoke City. Fourth place, Burnley. Fifth place, I'm going to go with West Brom. strongest team on paper, I think, in the Championship. I just think it's West Brom. West Brom. And then making up the last playoff spot, I'm going to go with a bit of an outsider, and I'm going to say Bristol. I say a bit of an outsider because they've always sort of been on the edge, getting, close, but not close enough. They've always been nearly men. They've had a couple of poor periods in the middle of the season and things like that. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to say the outsiders for the 6th spot are going to be Bristol. It'll be Bristol or Coventry. Mark Robbins is doing an absolute grand job over at Coventry. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them knocking on the door. My bottom three. There's so many teams I could choose from. I'm not going to say Birmingham City because I've said 20th or 21st. Bottom of the table, I'm going to go Rotherham. That's what you get for beating Sutton in the trophy last year. We were there. Videos on my YouTube channel. It's there. I'm going to go Rotherham bottom. Second from bottom, Reading. I think this will be Reading's year to go down. They did well last year, and they did, especially to stay up with the points deduction. And they were, to be fair, Birmingham City, we would have gone down. Even Derby didn't deserve to go down in the end because Wayne Rooney got them playing. And he'll do well over at DC United, I think. But I just so tired with Reading. It's so much screaming Reading this year. And then this is going to be another bold one. I'm going to go Luton Town. I know they got the playoffs last year, but I don't like Nathan Jones. I think he's an absolute knob of a manager. He blames absolutely everyone else for everything, this and that. And I don't think they're going to have a fairy tale season like they did last year. To go up, they would have needed to do last year. I think they're going to be in a relegation battle this year. They'll probably prove me wrong, and that, same with my Bristol for the playoffs prediction. Like I said, they're bold, and I will probably eat humble pie on that. But I've got to pick 3, haven't I? I've got to pick 3. That's what you're watching, if you're watching. So I've got to pick 3, and they're the player. They're the 3 I'm going to go for. Rotherham, Reading, and Luton Town. Any teams that I think might be a dark horse and may sort of surprise a few people? Maybe Hull. Warburton's no longer at QPR, so they could be a contender for the bottom half. But again, it's one of them. So that's my predictions for the champions, the promotion, the playoffs, and the relegation scrap. Now, let's do some fixtures. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to the fixtures, and I'm going to predict the scores live on here. Will I get them right? Probably not a chance. But it's a bit of fun, guys. So this is what the whole of this little segment and filler content is going to be about. I'm going to do a Premier League one next week as well. We'll also look at the Championship again. And what we'll do, once we've done the Championship, we'll have a little look at League 1 and League 2. And we'll see what we're going on for that. So, Championship, Huddersfield versus Burnley, 2-2. Blackburn versus QPR, 1-0 Blackburn. Blackpool versus Reading, I'm going to go 2-0 Blackpool. Cardiff and Norwich, I'm going to go 3-1 Norwich. Hull versus Bristol City, I'm going to go 2-1 Bristol. Luton Town versus Birmingham City, 1-1. Millwall versus Stoke, No, 2-0. 2-1 Stoke. Rotherham versus Swansea. 3-0 Swansea. Wigan versus Preston. 1-0 Wigan. Middlesbrough versus West Brom. I'm gonna go 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. Sunderland versus Coventry. I think Sunderland are gonna have the bounce, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3-0. Yeah, 3-0 Sunderland. As much as I've said, I mean, I would praise Mark Robbins at Coventry. I think he's done brilliant. I'm going to go with a Sunderland bounce, and it's going to be 3-0. First game back in the Championship at the Stadium Malloy. They'll be wanting to try and do the double promotion, so I wouldn't rule them out to have that bounce with them. So that's my Championship predictions. If you are going to gamble on that, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you are, please be gamble aware. Will I have a punt at that? Do you know what? I think I will. If you're not following me on Twitter already, follow me on Twitter. I'll post the Paddy Power bet I have with all those scores to see what comes up. Okay? I will post that tonight, most likely, or tomorrow morning, which means I may miss the Huddersfield game off. But if I get it done, I'll get it done. So that's the Championship. That's my predictions for the Championship. So now I'm going to look at League One. Now, I'll be honest, because we didn't get relegated into it, I've not really looked into it too much. My initial favourites to go straight up are going to be Sheffield Wednesday. I think they'll bounce back on Barnsley. Playoffs, I think Derby will be around it. They 100% now will. I don't see them not being around it. So I'm going to go with, for the playoffs, I'm going to go Derby. I'm going to go Ipswich, Peterborough, Charlton. Okay. So Sheffield Wednesday to win the league, Barnsley to promotion, and then those 4 in the playoffs. Going down on this, obviously the 4 teams that go down in League One. Again, nothing really screams relegation to me. You've got Exeter and Forest Green that went up recently. Lincoln, Morecambe survived last year. Will they be dragged into it again? Maybe. Milton Keynes, Plymouth were promoted as well, I think, were they? They've got Portsmouth down there as well. Does that change for top playoffs? That's hard. That is hard. No, I'm going to stick to it. I think Pompey 7th, Wickham 8th. Relegation, Forest Green, Exeter, Fleetwood, Morecambe. Bob's your uncle. I did that quite well, I think. Right, so my score predictors for the English Football League 1. Accrington versus Charlton, 1-0 Charlton. Bristol Forest, 1-1. Cambridge Milton Keynes, 2-1 Cambridge. Cheltenham versus Peterborough, 2-0 Peterborough. Derby and Oxford, 1-0 Derby. Ipswich and Bolton, 3-1 Ipswich. Lincoln versus Exeter, 0-0. Morecambe versus Shrewsbury, 3-3. Plymouth versus Barnsley. That's a long drive. Plymouth 1-0. Port Vale versus Fleetwood Town. 2-2. Sheffield Wednesday versus Pompey. That's a big game for the first game of the season. Oh, it's a shame I'm busy tomorrow. I'd love to have gone to that. I'm going to go 2-1 Wednesday. Wycombe versus Burton Albion. 2-1 Wycombe. 2-1 Wycombe. Yeah. Okay, so that's my prediction for League One. I felt a little bit rushed, but I don't know League One. Blues thankfully got saved from relegation, so it would be sat here having a completely different conversation had Birmingham been relegated. So we switched, slight technical issue there. So yeah, I felt quite rushed on League One. Don't really know League One. It would have been different had Blues actually got relegated and possibly searched the league and things like that. So, but we'll move on to League Two now. I understand this is going on, so we don't want to hold you up. So it's weird to happen to the BBC website page that I was on, but anyway, we move. So League Two. So here's the League Two teams with the fancy badges on this time. Initial look, I'm gonna go Wimbledon, Bradford, Stockport County to go up automatically. Who to win the league? That is a question. That is a question. Doncaster to win the league. Bold prediction. Bold prediction. So, who make up the 4 places in the playoffs? My initial thinking is Sutton. I'm gonna back Walsall. I'm gonna back Swindon Town. I'm gonna back Newport County. That might be completely off, way off, but we're here for bold predictions, people. We're here for bold predictions. That's the 4 teams I'm going to say are going to make the playoffs. As for relegation, I'm going to go Hartlepool. Yeah, I'm going to go Hartlepool and Stevenage. Hartlepool and Stevenage go down. Yeah, because it is only 2 that go down, so yeah. Hartlepool and Stevenage should go down. Let's have a look at the fixtures now. Let me just offset that for you guys so it's a little bit better for you to read. Let's zoom in a little bit as well. Right, so that's all the fixtures there. I've managed to get all in one nice little column. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go with Wimbledon to beat Gillingham 2-0. Bradford Doncaster to draw 1-1. We'll go Carlisle Crawley to win 2-1. Harrogate versus Swindon 2-0. Leyton Orient versus Grimsby Town, Leyton Orient 1-0. Northampton versus Colchester 1-1. Rochdale versus Crewe 3-1 Rochdale. Salford City even, Mansfield Town 2-0 Salford. Stockport County versus Barrow. I'm going to go with Stockport, and something tells me it's going to be an absolute riot. I'm going to go 4-2 Stockport County. Sutton versus Newport. I'm going to go with Newport to win that. I know I'm backing Sutton to go up, but I think Newport will do it. Newport 3-2. That'll be a good game. Tranmere versus Stevenage. We're going to go with 2-0 Tranmere. Walsall versus Hartlepool. Again, it's on my doorstep. It's just half hour up the road. Half hour up the road. I'm going to go 3-0 Walsall. That's my prediction for that. Yeah, that'll be my prediction for that. So that is my League 2 prediction. Again, I don't know a lot of League 2. Hopefully I'll find out more this year. Same with League 1. I'd like to get to a couple of League 1 and League 2 games. Stockport County is on my hit list because of my good friend Mr. Boot FM. If you haven't already, check out his YouTube channel. The guy's an absolute gem, absolute superstar. So make sure you check him out. FM stories on there, absolutely brilliant. He's currently doing his journeyman save. Yeah, absolutely brilliant content as always from Mr. Boot. So I'd like to get up to Stockport County's games, a Stockport County game, and go take that in with him. He's a United fan, but he's got a bit of a love for Stockport County as well. So yeah, so I'd like to do that. The other teams in League 2 I'd like to visit this year: Walsall because it's up the road, Newport County because it's on my work. So we'll go through Newport quite regular. So maybe Newport will be a destination that we attend. If we sneak back up to League 1, is there anywhere in League 1 that I'd like to take in this year? Derby County, definitely. Cheltenham Town, definitely. Burton Albion, another one I'd like to go to. Ipswich could be a good one. Peterborough, I'd like to go to a Peterborough game. So we'll see. Any other championship matches that could be on the agenda? Any other championship teams? Cardiff could be a good one. Let's go to a Cardiff game. They're going to be quite better than Swansea, surely. I know Mr. GYRFM will disagree on that. That 365 is slow. Blackpool. We'll see. We'll see. So go taking the pleasure of each. Not many others that are screaming to me that I want to go to. Not very glamorous. The championship, is it? So yeah. No, but anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's just a rundown of what I think of the playoff, the promotion, and the relegation teams this year to watch for in the EFL. Score predictions for the first weekend. I'll see if I can get any right. We'll possibly circle back to it, maybe. And then yeah, I'm going to do another video next week, which will include the Premier League, because the Premier League kicks off next Saturday. Is it Saturday or they play on the Friday? I think is it Arsenal play on the Friday, maybe? But we'll be back next week for a Premier League rundown, and the team I think is going to win the league might surprise you. Might not. Who will get the Champions League places, who will get relegated, and who will get the Europa League and Conference places. There's a team in there that I think their season will go one of two ways. They will qualify for Europe, or they will get relegated. And I'm going to get a lot of stick for it. So tune in next week, it'll be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking it out. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, check out the Patreon if you're willing to assist in the cost of getting to football matches. No pressure. It's up to you. You know, any player pledges in the Patreon will be appreciated and thanked for. But for now, I will leave you to it. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.